Hi, my name is Tayyab Bashir Baig, student ID 210292299. The topic under discussion is what is the role of social media influencers in UK fashion marketing. In this research, I have carefully examined the various aspects of social media influencers' role in UK fashion market. My presentation will comprehensively cover the research objective, analysis, findings, and conclusion, while also including my personal reflection on entire research process. Let's dive in and explore the exciting world of social media influencers in fashion industry. Social media has become an unstoppable force, prompting all businesses to establish a strong presence on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Many brands, both new and established, now hire social media influencers to showcase their product to influencers followers. Influencers possess a vast following on social media, and their recommendation can greatly influence the purchase decision of their followers. As a result, influencers can create a demand for new and existing products. The research will benefit fashion brands operating in UK fashion market, which is a major industry in UK with a vast potential customer base. So the research is founded on three research objectives and three corresponding research questions. The research objectives serve as a guide for the research questions, directing the flow and focus of the research. The first objective of my research is to determine the role of social media influencers in customer purchase behavior of UK fashion industry. Second, to analyze the role of social media influencers in companies' marketing strategy. And third, to evaluate the acceptance of social media influencers narrative in the eye of the UK fashion industry consumers. To reach these objectives, I have designed three research questions. Number one, what role do social media influencers play in customer purchase behavior in UK fashion industry? Second, what is the role of social media influencers in a company's marketing strategy in UK fashion industry? And lastly, what is the level of acceptance of social media influencers narrative from the customer's point of view of UK? The research strategy is a critical component in assuring the reliability and credibility of the result when answering the research questions. For this research, I have collected data from various secondary sources such as databases like Google Scholar, ProQuest, ResearchGate, ScienceDirect, etc. The data collection process spanned from April 20th to April 27, 2023, and I utilized systematic literature review approach to collect data based on the research objectives. The data collected was qualitative in nature, and it allowed me to gain familiarity with the data and develop a comprehensive understanding of the subject matter. During the systematic literature review, data was included based on a specific set of criteria. In total, 25 general articles were reviewed during the screening process and 14 were ultimately selected to be the part of systematic literature review. While all 14 articles provided valuable information, 5 were particularly useful and contained key information relevant to the research objectives. The inclusion criteria focus on keywords such as UK fashion, fashion industry, social media influencers, consumer behavior, and consumer trends, etc. The selected journal articles were published between 2018 and 2023, while prior articles were excluded, and also the research that was not in English language was also excluded. Process of identifying relevant and credible journal article passed through four stages, as demonstrated by Prima flowchart. The flowchart involved identification, screening, eligibility, and inclusion of articles. In the identification stage, 21 sources were from database and 4 from other sources, leading to the total of 25 articles being identified. Out of 10 were excluded in the screening stage due to the duplication. The remaining 15 were screened and one was excluded based on the titles and abstract that did not align with the research objectives. The 14 articles that passed the screening were then scanned for eligibility and none were excluded, resulting in their inclusion in the final stage. In the inclusion, the systematic research review literature review included a total of 14 articles. First objective of the research is to determine the role of social media influencers in customer purchase behavior of UK fashion industry. One of the main sources used for this objective was a study conducted by Colella, Amitali, and Martinez in 2019, which provided a detailed and comprehensive analysis of positive impact of social media influencers on customers' buying behavior. The study found that social media influencers can provide customers with personalized recommendation, creating a sense of trust that can lead in increased sale. Another study conducted by Sean in 2019 also highlighted the importance of role of social media influencers in providing consumer with reliable information that can help them to take a more informed decision. Galatelli and Worldplanke also supported these lines, these findings by stating that UK fashion brands, with the help of social media influencers and social networks, have significant power to influence the younger generation of the consumers. The second objective of the research is to analyze the role of social media influencers in companies' marketing strategy. According to Vibhava, Prativi, and Larazati, social media influencers provide a fashion brands with opportunity to connect the target audience on more personal level, which can increase brand awareness and ultimately sale. Key further analyze that partnering with social media celebrities fashion companies can reach a larger audience. Thus, the UK fashion market has developed marketing strategy that partially rely on social media influencers to effectively promote their brand and product. The third objective is to evaluate the acceptance of social media influencers narrative in the eye of UK fashion industry consumers. Zenema, Wiesel, and Lind Moser suggested that the consumer value authenticity, honesty from the influencers, and brand must ensure that they work with influencers who align with their brand values and beliefs. Additionally, research by Zuhu indicates that social media influencers are increasingly becoming more involved in social media influencer marketing to promote fashion brands product, as they have a high level of acceptance among customers. Hence, it can be inferred that narrative presented by social media influencers is easily acceptable by UK fashion consumers due to their perceived authenticity and trustworthiness. Studies have demonstrated the usefulness of social media influencers in customers' decision making by highlighting their ability to offer personalized recommendation, establishing a connection with their followers, and providing reliable information to the customers. Social media influencers also boost consumers' confidence in online purchase by showcasing product in use and sharing their experience. Moreover, social media influencers have become an indispensable element of marketing strategy for fashion brands in UK. Consumers in UK fashion industry prioritize authenticity, transparency, openness, and alignment with brand values when it comes to narratives they receive from social media influencers. To conclude the research, it can be stated that the UK fashion market heavily relies on social media influencers. Social media influencers command the trust of consumers and impact their purchase behavior. Therefore, every fashion brand in UK fashion market designs a marketing strategy that includes vital components of social media influencers campaign. In the future, influential marketing will remain an integral part of fashion brands' marketing strategy in the UK. UK fashion customers value honesty in consumers, and they are increasingly aware of the dangers of being manipulated by sponsored elements. Thus, honesty from the influencers increase the acceptance levels of fashion product among the UK fashion consumers. Based on the research and conclusion, it can be recommended that UK fashion brand ensure that they contract with influencers who have good rapport among their followers. Social media influencers must genuinely use the product and services of UK fashion brand and provide honest opinion to their followers. UK fashion brand should also consider working with micro influencers as they tend to have more engaged audience. Brand should also focus on building a long-term relationship with the influencers rather than a one-off collaboration. UK fashion brand must utilize social media influencers effectively in marketing strategy to ensure maximum return on investment. These recommendations will help brands to design more effective and long-lasting relationship between UK fashion brands and social media influencers in the market. During the research, I realized that secondary data has several limitations. If I had more time and resources, I would have preferred to conduct primary research and gather data myself from the UK fashion market. Another challenge was to selecting appropriate research questions and focusing on them. Initially, I was confused, and in the annotation, I included multiple geographical locations. However, timely guidance from a supervisor helped me realize my mistake and then narrowed my focus on UK fashion market. Once I had focused on market, things become much clearer and I was able to meet my project's deadline as discussed in the Gantt chart. As you can see, these are the references, and thank you very much for your valuable time.